Okay. I wrote this one standing up in my bedroom, looking towards the window. One night it was open. It just came to me. The mysteries of a blue lit room. In the midst of a sleepless night, the winds blowing against the window, covered in vines, bougainvillea. The mystery of this small corner of the universe. In context, my bedroom, but in isolation, perhaps the sleeping quarters of a grand ship, an epic Malian fleet from the 14th century, or a capsule in time floating across the dimensions, a resting place to give birth to countless stories and adventures. The mysteries of this earthy hearth where I sometimes sleep. I think in the past few days, after releasing that previous video, I think my energy changed a lot and the things around me changed a lot. So I wanted to make this video a bit about like my experience of manifestation and how your environment changes as you change, and you I truly think, or I truly believe, I think I know, like I know that now. Um, when you do things for yourself, things that you've always wanted to do, um, things that like your soul deep down like you wanted, like because I think we live in a world where we have manufactured consent, right? And that means things. Um, well, it's usually used in sense of uh, things like what's happening with how people get demonized, and how people um, oppressed people get demonized so that the imperial overlords can convince their population that they're worth bombing, you know? But I also think it's about um, how we're taught to want things. We're taught to like particular movies. We're taught to like particular foods, toys, games, activities. And sometimes that's not actually what we want. Um, Sometimes those are things that we've been conditioned to, like I had a conversation this morning um, about movies, and I had a conversation on Friday about food. And the commonality in both those was that we, on consumption of something uh, regularly, you develop like the palate for it, you develop the need for it, the gut for it, and so to you it tastes good, and that's what you crave, that's what you want. But once you stop eating that food for a while, when you stop watching the Marvel Hollywood movies for a while, and you start watching stuff that challenges you a lot more, you start eating food that's a lot healthier, and then you go back to the unhealthy food, um, and you realize it tastes disgusting to you. And I think that is that idea that I'm trying to talk about. I'm trying to. Um, I think it's important that we learn how to distinguish between what it is that we actually want versus what we've been taught to want. And once you start doing the things that you actually want, that's when your life changes. That's when things start happening for you that you've always wanted. Because I think in some way, in some way, I don't, there's no like, I mean, I'm sure eventually there'll be science to it, but in some way, the the world around you knows who you are. Like it knows what you're doing, and it puts you in positions um, that you've invested yourself into. So like if you invest yourself into the things you want to do for yourself, you are more likely to get more of what you want. Um, if you invest yourself in things you don't like, in in people you don't like, you're more likely to be in situations you don't want to be. And yeah, like you have, what I'm learning is like I have to, there's certain things like I have to make the effort, I have to make the step to do it for me, you know. I have to um, write, I have to express myself when I want to express myself, I have to learn the languages I want to learn. And when I start, literally this week, I picked up my Japanese book again. I picked up my Japanese book again. I did 30 minutes. And after I was done, I turned my phone on and I received a call for a job that I wanted to do, like a job that um, I've been wanting to be a part of for so long, and things uh, in the past didn't go well, and I couldn't get onto that job, and then literally it's a coincidence, but at the same time it feels so real that like yo, that was finally the day that you decided to do things for you, to invest in the things you set out to invest in and to build yourself. And now it means you're ready to be part of this thing that you wanted to be part of that wasn't in your control, you know? And I'm just a wholehearted believer that we must all keep striving to finding the truths of what we really want, the truths of who we really want to be, and make that first step from your side of things, whatever it is that you can do on your side, like what is within your power to become the person you want to be. And once you make those steps, your environment will shift around you. um, yeah, that's what I wanted to share today. It's like, and in that poem, I think it tells a story of the wonders of the world that I I can imagine from in my bedroom. Like, and my bedroom in a way represents the hearth, the core of the self, that is the part of me that um, I find the energy from, and where the things that I have control over, the things that I blossom into this world. And if you can cultivate that sense of adventure within you, that sense of dreams, and that sense of um, love for your life, the world around you, you'll start seeing love in the world around you. And then things like will just be different. They will be uplifting. They will be happy, you know. Um, there's nothing you can do um, to earn, like, to achieve happiness. Like, happiness isn't something to be pursued or to be bought or to achieve. But when you understand, like, the energy within you, or the soul within you, or the core within you, however you want to see it, once you start to understand that, and once you start to look at it for what it is, and um, yeah, develop it for what it wants to be, I think that's where you'll start to find the happiness in your life, because you'll just be able to it exudes from you. You know, happiness comes from you. It doesn't come from what happens outside. It comes from you because once you're happy inside, you start to see the happiness outside because that's what you're attracting. And yeah, that's my thought of today of the week, I guess. Enjoy. Let me know how you, if any of this like resonated with you. Um, yeah, I think obviously I'm not some master guru. Um, I just I think I'm starting to notice things in my life that I wish to share with people. Yeah. Peace.
That's it, right there. Up. Yes.